Hi guys, Norm with you again, and today we're having a look at this little thing, which is a cordless power rotary cutter. Or basically, it's a electric scissors, really. So this one has got a fault where you push the interlock and you're supposed to be able to press the handle, but it doesn't. You got to press it really hard. Then of course it spins, and then of course you just kind of you know just cut the paper like that, and it's a very handy little tool. Um, but of course, the problem with it is that when you're supposed to press that, this is supposed to press in very easily, but you can hear the clicking there, and it's like the opening in this like safety bit is not in the right place. So the plan today is to open it up and maybe sort of file that out a bit to make that a bit better. I mean, because the safety lock is a good thing, so you can't accidentally turn it on. But when you're trying to do it one-handed, you push that right in with your thumb, and you ah. So it is quite hard to push. So the plan today is to open it up. There's lots of screw holes here, and have a look at that safety interlock. Okay, so that's all the screws undone. This now should pull off, I think, hopefully. And yeah, no, the seal seems to be quite tight. Is there anything else keeping it at the front? Come on. As far as there we are, nothing holding it. Just all the screws there. Right, so you can see what's supposed to happen. Or you could if I get this other spring out of the way as well. So basically that notch hits on there. Can we see that? Not very well. Will it focus? Focus please. Yeah, so the notch hits on there. And when you slide it in, it goes down into that space. And that allows it to work, and then it comes out and rests on there again. Yeah. And you can see just on that edge where it's been kind of scraping. And so, yeah, I mean, the obvious thing would be just to leave this out altogether. Or what I can do is I can just file this, make it like a V shape. Then that will obviously make it a lot easier to push down. So, yeah, I think that's going to be the easiest thing to do. Yeah. Let's see, the battery claims to be a 2000 milliamp hour, which I don't think it probably is that. Although I will put that on test in a bit, and we will see later whether that is correct. I like this. This is actually a light pipe here, going out to 3 LEDs at the back. We can see. Oops, obviously the motor's not in properly. But yeah, you've got 3 lights at the back there. That's showing it's fully charged. And that's obviously done through this little light pipe, which is very good. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do now is just put this in the vise and just file it a little bit off each side just to make it like a V, an inverted V, and we'll see what that's like. Right, back in a minute. Okay, so this is a bit of a weird angle, but I decided instead of using the Dremel, I'll just use this little square file, and what we'll do, oops, I get that out the way, is just take a bit off here. Okay, so there you can see we've got a nice slope this side, fairly nice slope that side. So that should now work a lot better. And of course the idea of this is not to defeat the interlock, but just to make it easier to push in. Okay, let's now try and put this back in. How does it go? Something like that. Yep, okay. And then there is springs. We've got to get the little springers in there. And the big spring, of course, goes behind here. Right. Oh, thought I heard something go by. Right, let's just hold this in position. Yeah, and the interlock is definitely still working. I press it. Superb. So that's now doing what it should do. And so all that's left to do now is to pull out the tester, boom, and test the battery. Okay, so we can see the test has completed. The battery's coming up as 1450 milliamp hours, which is not quite the 2000 it's supposed to have, but you know, I guess that's near enough for now. And it's resting at 4.12, which is very good. So I think for now I will just leave that battery in there, or that cell rather, and we will just put it back together. Okay, so let's now get the tester off. Let's get this thing rebuilt. So let's now, thought I heard something then. Drop down. Again, this little spring is not really seem to be in its right place. Okay. That's good. Right. That's it. So it's all together now. So I'll just put a couple of the screws in right now. The main bit at the front is to hold the gearbox bit. Okay. And I'll just stop it now and do the rest of the screws off camera. And we can test to see how well that safety interlock is working. So there it is all back together. I am missing one screw from here. It's probably found on the floor or something, which I will find later. But thankfully that's not any problem because it's in a place where it's not really too bad. and the safety interlock is still working. And let's see now if I push it in, and yeah, it's still catching a little bit, I think. That's certainly a hell of a lot better than before. So there we are, that's the little electric scissors, all working very well really. And of course, they're very good for cutting cardboard if you wanted to cut a piece of cardboard perhaps. Yum, there we are, and chop off this wing. Yum. Oh, that's the box from my 18650 tester. It's not a good idea, was it? Oh well, never mind. Right on, guys. Thanks for watching. Cheers for now.